What if I told you the most streamed song in the world was written by a quiet guy with a guitar who once slept on friends' couches and played music on the streets just to survive? This song didn't just dominate the charts, it changed how the world listens to music. This is the story of Ed Sheeran and the song that reshaped pop culture, Shape of You. Welcome to Soundscape, where we go beyond the melody and uncover the stories behind the songs that didn't just become hits. They changed a generation. Today, we're diving deep into a track that redefined the sound of modern pop, a song so massive it's hard to remember a time before it existed. But to understand its global takeover, we first need to understand the artist behind it. Long before stadium tours and billion-stream records, Ed Sheeran was just a kid from Halifax, England. He didn't have the flashy image or the pre-packaged pop star look. What he had was a guitar, a loop pedal, and a relentless, almost stubborn determination. His early career wasn't glamorous. He played on street corners in the biting cold, in tiny pubs where the audience was more interested in their drinks, and literally anywhere someone would give him a chance to listen. This was a grind in the truest sense of the word. He slept on floors, he missed meals, and he played thousands of live shows before most people ever knew his name. Ed didn't chase fame. He chased craft. He was honing his skills, one show at a time, building a foundation of raw talent and unwavering work ethic that would soon take the world by storm. He wasn't trying to be a star. He was trying to be a musician. When Ed finally broke through with songs like The A-Team and Thinking Out Loud, he carved out a very specific niche for himself. He became known as the emotional storyteller, the guy with the acoustic guitar who could make you feel every word. His music was soft, intimate, and vulnerable. He was the go-to for first dances and heartfelt moments. He had found incredible success with this formula, winning over millions of fans and critics alike. But no one, not even Ed himself, expected what came next. The world saw him as the quintessential singer-songwriter, the sensitive balladeer. He was about to shatter that perception completely. In 2017, Ed Sheeran released his third album, Divide. And tucked inside this highly anticipated record was a song that sounded different. It was a complete departure from what his audience had come to expect. This song was Shape of You. It wasn't a ballad. It wasn't a breakup song. It wasn't a traditional flowery love letter. Instead, it was built on a foundation of minimal, tropical house-inspired beats and a marimba riff that was instantly addictive. It had dancehall influences and a repetitive looping structure that felt designed for the digital age. The story goes that Ed initially wrote the song with other artists in mind, maybe Rihanna or the group Little Mix. He wasn't even sure it should be his song, but once his label convinced him to release it, the world made the decision for him, and music would never be the same. What happened next was unprecedented. Shape of You became a global phenomenon. It shot to #1 in dozens of countries, from the US and UK to Australia and Germany. It spent a record-breaking number of weeks in the top 10. It became the first song to hit 2, and then 3, billion streams on Spotify. It was everywhere, on the radio, in clubs, at the gym, on every curated playlist. It was inescapable. But the real impact wasn't just in the numbers. Shape of You proved several things about the new music landscape. First, streaming now ruled the industry. A song could become a worldwide hit almost overnight, driven by playlists and algorithms. Second, genre lines no longer mattered. A folk pop artist could release a dancehall-inspired track and dominate every chart. Third, it showed that one artist with a simple, clever sound could command the entire globe. The song's structure even changed how other songs were written. Shorter intros to grab listeners immediately, stronger hooks to keep them engaged, and repeatable rhythmic melodies that were perfect for the streaming era. Pop music had officially entered the age of the algorithm, and Ed Sheeran was sitting right at the center of it all. Quick pause here. I want to hear from you. Where were you when you first heard Shape of You? I bet you have a story. Was it in the car? At a party? Did you love it instantly, or did it have to grow on you? And more importantly, what song or artist do you think defined a moment in time? What should Soundscape explore next? Drop your answers in the comments below. Your suggestion might just become our next story. So why did this particular song define a generation? Shape of You wasn't trying to impress with lyrical complexity or intricate production. It was confident in its simplicity. It had a laid-back, effortless vibe that was incredibly easy to connect with, and in that way, it reflected the generation that embraced it. This is a generation that consumes music digitally, often through playlists that blend genres and moods seamlessly. They value a vibe over complexity. They want songs that fit into the background of their real lives, their workouts, their commutes, their hangouts, not just songs made for the radio. Ed Sheeran showed the world that you don't need to be loud to be powerful. You don't need an army of producers to create a global smash. Sometimes, a simple infectious idea is all it takes. He proved that authenticity and a deep understanding of melody could be more impactful than any marketing campaign. Today, Ed Sheeran is one of the most successful and influential artists on the planet. He sells out stadiums, breaks records with every release, and his name is synonymous with modern pop superstardom. Yet, through it all, he remains remarkably private and grounded. He's still focused on the core of his craft, songwriting. He still writes massive hits for other artists, like Justin Bieber's Love Yourself. He still values storytelling above all else. He still shows that authenticity and a commitment to your art will always last longer than fleeting trends. From a street performer hoping for spare change to a global icon who reshaped the music industry, Ed Sheeran didn't change himself to fit the world of music. He changed music to fit him. Shape of You wasn't just a hit song, it was a turning point. It was the moment when pop became truly global, digital, and personal all at once. It was a Trojan horse that carried a new set of rules for making music into the mainstream. If you listen to it today, you're not just hearing a catchy pop song, you're hearing the sound of a generation shifting, the sound of the old music industry giving way to the new. This has been Soundscape, where music isn't just heard, it's remembered. Thank you for watching. Go listen to Shape of You again, and notice how much the world and the music we listen to has changed since it first arrived. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories behind the music.